We have heard a lot when it comes to HIV and AIDS. बहुत से लोग HIV को AIDS के साथ कंफ्यूज करते हैं, अर्ली सिम्टम्स नहीं पहचान पाते हैं, प्रिवेंशन टिप्स के बारे में नहीं जानते हैं. There are lot of other myths when it comes to HIV. तो इन सभी जानकारियों के लिए आज हमारे साथ जुड़ी है डॉक्टर कीर्ति साबनिस, इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज स्पेशलिस्ट फोर्टिस. हाय डॉक्टर, हाउ आर यू?
Hi, I'm fine. Good to see you.
तो डॉक्टर, मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल आपसे यही है कि हाउ इज HIV डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एड्स?
That's a very good question, Mini. It's very common that people consider HIV as a stigma, HIV as a death sentence, but HIV and AIDS are different. HIV is a diagnosis. HIV is acquiring a human immunodeficiency virus. There are two types of in the virus, HIV-1 and HIV-2. Treatment slightly differs, symptoms, signs slightly differ, but it is an infection. AIDS is kind of what's called as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So it consists of quite severe illness with progression and acquiring new infections other than HIV. So people with HIV actually don't die because of HIV. People of HIV die because of acquiring new infections, like they get TB, they get meningitis, they get different kinds of fungal infections. So they die because of that. So AIDS is a advanced, we can say, or a complicated HIV infection. So with a good treatment of HIV earlier, we can prevent patients going into AIDS. So it is very important to detect the patients when they are only at the initial stage or only when they have acquired HIV, rather than getting them complicated with AIDS.
And how are the symptoms really different of HIV and AIDS? In terms of symptoms or early symptoms, how can we differentiate the two?
Actually, HIV per se, as I said, HIV itself doesn't cause you any illness. It just stays in your immunity cells and multiplies and makes the immunity cell non-functional. So initial years of HIV, patients can be totally asymptomatic. Only when the certain level of your immunity drops, the new infections will start coming and patients will start having symptoms. That is the importance. Our government has started free HIV testing centers. So suppose any adult, even if they are not, it's not like always you get HIV tested means you have done some like unprotected sex or you have underwent a drug abuse. It's not like that. People who are voluntary want to get tested can go to the government centers, which are called as BCTC centers, and they can get themselves tested freely anytime. So that is the importance of detecting the patients in HIV stage rather than detecting them in AIDS stage. So symptoms per se, HIV will not, at early stage will not have any major symptoms, except people can have weight loss. Sometimes people can have non-specific glands in the neck. They can have multiple fungal infections on the skin. They can generally feel fatigued, but these are non-specific symptoms. So we can't just rely on, because many people feel fatigued so many times. Post COVID also people are feeling fatigue. So they're not specific symptoms. We should not pay much attention to it. And AIDS, as I said, when the immunity is really low, people will have symptoms of other illnesses like fever, weight loss. They can have oral infections. They can have multiple fungal infections. They can have herpes, multiple sites herpes. So these are the symptoms which people will come with AIDS.
So when should one really seek medical attention?
Medical attention should be sought in two things. Asymptomatic getting medical attention is difficult unless you proactively go and test yourself, which I recommend for all adults in India should at least get tested once for HIV, hepatitis B, and HCV. Because actually, if you see transmissibility, like having one person transmitting infection to the other, is more with hepatitis B than HIV. So, and this, all the three diseases can be tested in any center. So I will recommend all the young adults to get tested at least once, because it's free and it is recommended for HIV. And patients who are having a history of IV drug abuse, patients who have, people who have multiple sex partners whose have underwent unprotected intercourse. Those are people what we call as people with high risk behavior. So those people should get themselves tested at least once in 3 years. That's the recommendation, even if they don't have any symptoms, if they have any of this kind of behavior.
True. Okay. Also, has COVID in any way impacted AIDS?
Uh, I will say yes, COVID has impacted HIV in few things because the healthcare facilities, like suppose centers where the people travel, they have to get medicines every month, go there, go to the centers, get the medicines. This traveling was little affected with COVID. So there can be few days when the patient is not getting medicine. That is one. Second, COVID also, as I said, the HIV per se doesn't cause more problems with COVID, but if the HIV patient has other comorbidities, like diabetes, hypertension, patients are obese. So these add to the risk factor in addition to HIV. HIV, if it is not controlled well, obviously their overall immunity will be low, so they will not be able to fight with COVID and COVID associated secondary infections well. So this is the time I think we should urge everyone to have their diabetes, hypertension, and other problems well controlled along with if they have HIV. So it is very important to have good control of underlying illnesses and keep yourself fit.
Yeah, that's true. Also, doctor, any other tips or advices for all the viewers who are listening to us today?
I think my urge will be to the young adults who are listening. I've seen many young adults coming to me in my clinic frantically saying we have had unprotected intercourse and I'm worried about having HIV. So rather than see, none of the methods now will tell you that you will not acquire the disease. So it is always better to use proper precautions. You're adults, you're responsible, so use proper precautions and avoid IV drug abuse, because once you don't know how it is sterilized and what needles are being used, so it is strictly prohibited. And I think it's not always people acquire the disease through all these means. There are few instances when people acquire the disease without their own fault. So I think we should not discriminate people with HIV. It is like a chronic disease. We will see many HIV patients living good life if we support them well. So I think we should not discriminate and we should not have any inequalities while talking and treating them. I think that's the message, young crowd.
Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you for
Thank
joining us
you.
today. I think the audiences will go back home with lots of valuable insights. So thank you for that.
Thanks. Pleasure to be here.
Same here. Thank you. Bye bye.